Hey friends, it's time to take another dark dive into the lore of EverQuest. And there are places where I'm very familiar and know the lore, and there are places where I'm very familiar and don't know the lore at all. Sometimes I have to do my homework to find out what happened somewhere. And Kithakor is one such a place. I know that it's haunted. I've seen it. During the day, it's kind of peaceful. You'll see a goblin fighting a Bixie. You'll see a large rat grazing on grass. And you'll see other goblins just wandering around looking for a fight. But what you won't see is undead. That's because it's the middle of the day, or right now the morning. There's even people that live here. I don't know how they survive at night, but people such as Nura, Starwatcher over here, seems to be fine, although she might not be too happy to see me, because unfortunately I'm a dark elf. Let's see what happens if I'm not invisible. Oh, dubious. Well, that's no surprise, because dark elves are one of the reasons why Kithakor Forest is haunted at night. So you might ask, what happened? Why is the forest on it at night? And why, if you play on a TLP server, do you have to wait until the day to be able to get through it? Or maybe you're brave and you'll run along the wall. This zone wall has always been a go-to when the sun's gone down and the undead roam. Well, yeah, I've ran along the wall too at night, and it's always sucked. And there's been a few times where I got killed anyway. A ghoul priest will come along, root me in the spot, and kill me dead in seconds because they're usually higher level. So what happened? What happened was there was a nasty battle between, I want to say, I think it's two large armies. I know it's the dark elves, and then there were humans, and there were also high elves. It had to do with a whole bunch of crap, but Faronavai was there. It's not just the name of the server that I play on, it's the name of a high elf paladin hero in the lore, and she had to fight some other nasty person whom I don't remember their name, I just remember that it was a dark elf. Yeah, when I play a dark elf, I'm not very good at it because I don't remember my own people. But at some point, I think the elves started winning. And what happened when the elves started, the high elves started winning? The dark elves, they decided, oh, let's call on the god of hate. But they tore a rift open from the plane of hate, and all kinds of evil spirits came through that rift in the plane of hate and killed just about everything. So many dead, people. It reminds me of the lore from Lord of the Rings, where they had the battle in the Dead Marshes, where there were all the dead elves and men and orcs. It was a very similar situation. Both sides took a ton of losses and had a lot of people die. And I guess, maybe all the evil spirits that came through the rift from the plane of hate never left. I think it's probably a bit of a miracle or divine intervention from Tunar herself that allows decent people to live here and feeble skirmishes between Bixies and goblins to happen instead of just heart-pounding terror 24/7. It's probably Tunar, because Tunar showed favor to Faronavai during that battle. So it's not like the gods don't interfere. They very much interfere. It could have been partially Tunar's fault for favoring Faronavai during that battle and giving her this added bonus strength or power, which made it to where she started winning. And the Dark Elves, they didn't like it. So yeah, apparently they started praying to the God of Hate, and the God of Hate decided, oh, well, if Faronavai can intervene, so can I. At least that's what I get from it. And yeah, tons of people died. And now this forest is forever haunted. Very spooky. And I'm kind of hoping I can milk this story until the dead come. But part of me doesn't want to. Part of me is still like that level 10 enchanter that ran through here in the middle of the night and heard a a ghoul's howl. Ooh, for the very first time ever. That thing terrified me. I had no idea the forest was haunted. Pretty sure I died my first time through, or I just got lucky because I had Spirit of the Wolf. Something I also learned when researching this was that Qeynos and Freeport, they weren't particularly close to each other. I think Qeynos was supposed to send people to help with the battle, but they didn't. They were too afraid that the Gnolls and Blood Sabers would attack if most of the army was away. So that's my take on the Battle of Kithakor. They fought and had heavy casualties on both sides, and the Dark Elves opened a portal to hate, opened a portal to the plane of hate, and all that nasty madness came pouring through into the Kithakor forest and killed just about everybody. Yeah, it's got every reason to be haunted. And now I like Kithakor forest even less than I did before I started this stupid project. I hope you liked this episode of me diving deeper into the horror and nightmarish lore of EverQuest for the month of October during the Halloween spooky season. If I got any of the facts or bullet points from this lore incorrect, feel free to torch my ass in the comments below. You're more than welcome, and it's very possible that I screwed some things up, but it was fun to research and learn a little bit about why Kithakor is forever cursed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and a terrifying tomorrow.